Greetings and salutations, Dave, or I guess technically I should call you Dead on Dave. This is Christopher Daniels.
Hey everyone, it's the Native American Tonka. Want to give a big shout out to Dead on Dave.
Dave, this is Leon White, Big Van Vader.
Dead on Dave. What's up, man? It's the coach.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and I know when I want to keep up with the latest in wrestling news from around the world, I check in with Dead on Dave Productions. He covers a wide variety of wrestling topics, including the career of the hardcore legend. Don't miss it. Dead on Productions. Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and welcome once again to your Camp WWE review for episode number 2. Yes, we're catching up to the episodes that have come out, the first 3, and this is part 2 of that. And let me tell you, I'm not going to gild the lily. We're not going to go 10 minutes like yesterday. Oh no, I'm going to condense. I'm going to shrinkify. That's right. The gap in which episode 2 progressed. That's probably not correct. The improvements that episode 2 made over episode 1 is an incredible leap. I don't know why I said gap to begin with, but you know what I mean. Episode 1 was fine. It was a very good episode. You knew it was laying the groundwork for something really, really special with this show. There was something here. The inside jokes that wrestling fans love, the little bit of vulgarity and adult comedy that other like South Park, Family Guy type fans will just instantly connect with. And then just everything else, the animation being crisp, the voice work, you knew there was some good stuff there. Episode 2 kind of is that the cashing in of that promise that we got from episode 1. Everything seemed better. The animation, I mean, just the transitions that they use, everything. I mean, if you want to go into a technical aspect of it, the scenery was better. Everything was better. There was just better visual presentation in episode number 2. The voice work got way better. Ric Flair had a more prominent role in this episode where it wasn't just about a play on his woo. There was some better uses of woo, if there is such a thing. Vince McMahon expanded upon that amazing first performance that he had, even though it was a tad mechanical. That went away in episode number 2. The focus of episode number 2 is kind of what drew everybody in, because this was the debut of The Rock. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Baby Rock on Camp WWE. You know, he showed up and it was really, really good to see him there. It was funny. He was just, because he was, so far, I think he's the most true to form, maybe except The Undertaker, the most true to form version of his miniature to the actual wrestler. I mean, John Cena's kid John Cena is fairly close as well, but especially when he says yo and homie and stuff, it kills me. I love that. But The Rock doing all the Rock isms and everything and talking in the third person and just being the great one, but in child form. It was awesome. I love the fact that he walks around in elbow pads. I mean, it just, everything about The Rock's visual was there. And this episode revolved around him losing his eyebrow and thus his mojo and becoming into a regular person, if that were to be the case. But it just became very cool. We got to see new campers. Paige had her first line. I believe she called The Rock a fucking dork. We got the F-bombs in this episode that I know some people who just, vulgarity rules. Look at WWE pushing boundaries. I love them again. It's there. It's there. Stone Cold dropping all kinds of F-bombs and great stuff with his finger use, his sign language. The backstory, or the side story, I should say, with the rest of the campers getting grounded, put on detention, whatever you want to call it, by Vince, and he puts them in his mansion where there is a twisty slide next to the staircase. Just like every weird, demented, strange thing that you'd want to be true about Vince McMahon comes out in this episode. Like things that you would wish were true. You know, the fact that Goldust doesn't talk and is his operator, receptionist, whatever, is hysterical. It's great. We see Vince trying to figure out ways to shill out the rest of his campers because the marketability of The Rock has gone down because he no longer has the people's eyebrow. I mean, it's so funny. Everything about it works. This episode works. There's a running gag with at the beginning of the episode with the pizza guy getting killed, and then the gag is really funny, and there's a huge payoff at the end. It's great writing, really, for a animated cartoon that is, fairly vulgar. It's really smart writing and great continuous storytelling that you don't always get in animated adult series because it's just about the shock factor. And I think you kind of saw that in episode 1 where it was kind of a little bit all over the place. Episode 2 felt way more complete. They felt like they really had a good direction, and it was brilliant. Once again, I'm going to tout the writing ability of Aaron Blitzstein and the voiceover work by this cast. It was way better in the second episode. Ashley Borneson does John Cena and The Rock, so we get to see her do The Rock in this episode, which is fantastic. David Michael Brown doing Triple H, not as much in this episode or even at all. I don't even think Triple H was in this episode, nor was Stephanie, or barely at the end. The Undertaker, fantastic work in this episode. The whole back and forth with him and the Big Show about not wanting to go back to Jewish camp, it's so funny. Plays off a joke from the first episode. Everything about it worked. It was just a way better episode than the first, and that's not bearing the first episode. So for me, episode 2 being a vast improvement over the first and kind of showing us a direction of what we're going to get for the rest of the season and why this show has to stay on the network. My God, because it might be the best show on the network right now. Pretty damn close. Table for 3 is up there as well, but this is, it's gold. It's friggin' gold. It's awesome. And I want to see more of it. And episode 3, which we're going to cover probably tomorrow, is even better. So stay tuned for that. What did you think of episode 2? Put it in the comment section below or hit me up on Twitter at @DaveV. Let me know what you think of Camp WWE, baby. Woo! We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. We'll be live tonight after SmackDown doing that SmackDown review like only I can. We'll be here live for that, so make sure you're here, and we'll see you then right here live on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious, folks. Peace.